How are you doing? Hope you're having a great time listening to amazing talks and just, wow, what a wonderful place to be in Lisbon. All right, so I'm going to talk about storytelling and dynamic NFTs. A little bit about me. My name is Rachita, and I am the founder of Shrub Finance. Shrub Finance is a early stage, simplified DeFi lending platform. So without further ado, let's get started. A little bit about stories. We as species are addicted to stories. Even when the body goes to sleep, the mind stays up all night telling itself stories, dreams. Stories are critical to our lives. We grow up with stories, childhood stories, Cinderellas, princes, Santa Claus, religion, family stories, where we come from, our roots, our identities. We are surrounded by stories, be it the best painting in the world, the best sculptor, our heroes, the stories, the politicians. We are surrounded by them. In fact, we live stories. If these brands invoke an emotion in you, that's a testament to the power of stories. Okay, so that's about stories. Stories define humanity. What do these invoke? A Bored Ape, CryptoPunk, Azuki, Doodle. As I say these words, what story does your mind tell you? Identity, emotion, status, community? Should we say all of the above? Or can we say that NFTs are digital storytelling? So, cool. NFTs and storytelling, great tie-up. In the new world, that's how we tell stories. Static NFTs, they've done a great job. The money they've made for the holders and for the creators is a testament to the power of them. What the heck are dynamic NFTs? And if NFTs are such a great vehicle for storytelling, why do we need dynamic NFTs? We're going to learn all about it. But first, let's just think about what's the technical difference between a static NFT and a dynamic NFT. In case of a static NFT, the metadata in the NFT is hard-coded in the contract. In case of a dynamic NFT, though, the metadata can change itself. And that's kind of like the fundamental difference between the two. So NFTs that are dynamic are a new generation of non-fungible tokens. They are programmable, they are interactive, and they have the ability to evolve over time. So now when we say that, when you think about it, dynamic NFTs truly have the power to be alive on chain. It's almost like they're living beings. How are they different? In case of a dynamic NFT, the creator can set the rules in advance of how the evolution is going to take place. Because the metadata is fluid and the NFT can react to the changes in the metadata, they allow for opportunity to create user interactions that are reactive. What makes them special? They allow for tremendous co-creation and personalization opportunities. So for example, let's just say Fitbit, for the lack of words. A fitness tracker that we wear every day, and it tracks our steps. Imagine a dynamic NFT that's issued for the Fitbit tracker, and now the milestone user gets, the badges user holds, and his journey into fitness can be captured in a dynamic NFT. And every time he unlocks a new milestone, the NFT can react to the change in the metadata and show his journey online. Or take the example of a club, just a club. A club issues an NFT, and the club holder does various things, and over time, his NFT avatar can get a hat, a ring, a bracelet, and just showcase his journey online. They can create immersive game-like experiences. We will talk about it a little bit more in the slides to come. But mainly, dynamic NFTs are a great way to visualize on-chain journeys. They could be journey of a brand. They could be journey of an artist. Or they could be journeys of users themselves, like their trading activities or certifications, resumes, anything that is on-chain. Even events such as elections, such as history. Some real-world examples of NFTs. March by Pack was one of the first one, and it was a very interesting series where if an NFT is sent to an address, it would merge with another one, and the NFT transforms into a new one. And over time, the series shrinks, but the mass stays the same. Or if you take Crossroads by Beeple, this one was a dynamic NFT where the artist could change the NFT based on the outcome, in this case, 2020 presidential elections. This was dynamic, but different than merge, because here the artist was gonna update the art himself. Or the third one here is Shrub's Paper Gardens. That's my own dynamic NFT series. This one was more about the brand. We wanted to capture the entire growth story of the company on chain, and dynamic NFTs were a great vehicle to do just that. So this was about dynamic NFTs, what they do, why they're special, what are some of the features that they provide. What does it require then to build a dynamic NFT series? Some of the considerations. What's the North Star? What's the goal of the series? Who is it being built for? Is it for capturing users' journey online? Is it to capture a brand story online? Or is it to capture the story of artists' own evolution online? How will a journey look like? Is it going to be a month long, 2 month long, a year long? And once all these considerations have been done, which are high level, we come to what the real process would look like. So from a technical perspective, the very first one to choose is figuring out the right chain. There are many chains. Each chain offers different capabilities, but based on what the North Star is, one can figure out the right chain, the right audience, but also, is the series going to be very gas intensive? Is it going to require many interactions? What do I want to do about the cost? For Shrub Paper Garden, it was very heavy on user interaction, so we chose a chain that was cheap and was built on Polygon. Then you have to envision your brand story, and when I say that, it's a generic term. Brand can be a person, brand can be a company. And once you have that story in mind, you got to think about where are the co-creation opportunities, where the user becomes the part of the journey, which in turn lets you decide the incentives. What's the reward structure going to look like? What are some of the things the user is going to get? With Shrub Paper Gardens, this was one of the series that we did. Let's see if the video can load. But we gave out seeds. Users bought pots. And when the pot was planted, the user had to water them every day for 3 months. And during that process, they could then harvest a shrub. And that was the growth story. And as you can see, these are the various stages. The series is still going on. It's been a year. These are all the various stages. And there was some customization option where the users could custom name their shrub. So what were the results from my personal experience with doing an experiment like that was? Being a DeFi project, one of the things we understood early on is in order to survive and in order to stay here long term, we have to do something that's more than transactional. We wanted the relationship that we're building with the user to be focused on the brand for our own vision of how we see the world. And we wanted people to connect with the brand itself. So Shrub has over 5,000 Discord members that were completely organically grown, and a year has passed, the numbers have stayed. We have brand loyalty because the users are there not for a reward, but it's for the journey they are taking on with us. We have been able to earn trust because Shrub Paper Gardens was the first on-chain growth NFT, and we also did an innovative NFT ticket series to conduct pre-sales. We have deep relationships because all the shrub holders who have grown shrubs for months now are a part of what we are building. And user engagement, because the only incentive, the reason why the user comes to do it is because of the pure joy they derive out of this journey. Some of the takeaways. Storytelling is critical to building a lasting brand. My unique take on crypto, NFT, and DeFi is that not only for Web 2, even for Web 3, stories are critical. Brand building is critical. Marketing, external, can only last for so long, and it only works until it doesn't. When we create genuine co-creation opportunities for our user, we connect with them at a psychological level. Dynamic NFTs, therefore, are a great way to storytell and to bring out your vision on chain. They allow users to co-create with you. As an artist, you get to push your boundaries because instead of creating something once, you can set the rules and let your series evolve over time. As a project, it helps you create a sticky brand in a world that is very attention span lacking. And that's it. This is me. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'll be here for some time. Happy to answer them. And hope you enjoy the rest of the conference and have a great time here.